Guy Kaminski.
That's for sure. Like I said earlier, when you have this kind of starts, I mean, the lights is on here, a lot of people. Normal, I think there's 27 degrees in here or something, but in his body is like 500, and you're sweating a lot. You cannot feel comfortable. You don't starting to think smooth. You cannot have a smooth swing. All these things. I mean, it's totally different if you find your line. You can start to throw strikes and you can feel comfortable. You play different kind of game.
And if Jens gets a strike, he's gone Brooklyn and got away with one there, and he's gone way out of the pocket here, and no wonder he's looking around. Yeah, he's going to get the spare, but the bottom line, Jens knows that is as wayward as it gets.
He's surprised the ball was hooking so much. He's probably find some really, really dry part there, and it's hooking so much with a lot of friction. Looks really weird when you see it on TV. And I don't know. I think he's going to move more left now and starting to swing the ball a little bit more further from the left to the right.
Did you and Guy have a chat during your match when both of you were just, like sort of walking through a swamp? Did both of you have a little word like, oh, look at the lane? Because I almost got the impression there Jens looked at Guy as if to say, what's going on?
No, you don't do that. You can see the body language of the player. You can see the reaction the player has on the lane, and when the both guys started to struggling, you know exactly what the people are thinking, or your opponent are thinking. He's going, okay, he is struggling now, and wow, what's happening here? Is it us, or is it the lane, or whatever?
Jens out of his seat once again, and Guy gets his first strike.
Yeah, that was a great shot. This is typical Guy Kaminski game that we've seen. I mean, he can be playing so bad in so many frames. Suddenly he has find something, he can start through strikes. It's a strength in his game.
He's had 3 spares, 3 open frames. That's his first strike, and yet he's right in touch.
Oh yeah, still it's only 28 pins up for Jens Nickel, so still is a game on here when Guy had a strike to go on and Jens only had a spare. And Jens is struggling at the same time, so he needs to probably do some adjustments here.
Yes, and while Guy had to wait for his first strike, let's not forget, Jens has only got 1 strike. It might have come right at the side. No, in fact, he's got 2. He had 1 and frames 1 and 3 he got strikes, but he's not exactly been a strike machine, and that's not going to be a strike either.
No, Jens definitely moved more left here, and he thought that he can reduce the speed and curve the ball more, but it was hooking too much. I don't know if he even changed the ball here. I think he did. Yeah, he did a ball change too. You can see the ball. Wow, that's way more aggressive to the previous ball he was using, and that was hooking too much for him too.
It's only going to take 1 open frame for this match to get really close. And even so, if Jens spares out here and Guy pops up with another strike, it'll be very close indeed. It's a weird one, this one. Very strange match. Jens makes no mistake, he's been sparing well.
Yeah, that's the difference most of the time with the top players compared to the average bowlers. I mean, the spare game is so important in your game. It's not only about throwing strikes. If you have a solid spare game, you can get really, really long in tournaments, that's no doubt, because everybody can throw strikes, but not everyone can throw spares.
You don't want to be throwing 5 spares in a row, though, if you're in a tournament like this. And Jens trying to take a sneaky look at what Guy's up to again. If Guy doubles here, gets into... Ooh, where's that going? He's luckied. Boy.
Same thing again. He's just throwing a little bit too hard, and he's go too long way to the right, and can never come back from that angle. No way. You see a long way. Wow. And he was right in the pocket, and he was lucky because he didn't leave the 10 pin too. So here's a 9 count that he should spare quite easy.
Yeah, but there was a moment there I thought he'd lost it. It came back very late, didn't it?
See what he can do. It should be an easy spare for him. Just through it straight.
Yeah, chipped it away nicely. It means he's within 25 pins once again.
Yeah, he's still in. I mean, he can see, like I said, and Jens is struggling too, and Jens have some lucky breaks here in the middle of the head pin and only get a 9 count and a 7 count here, and so Guy knows it's wow. He has to wish, I guess, that Jens doesn't find his line and can start striking.
Welcome back to the World 10-Pin Masters. Kaminski against Nicol. This is the opening game of this 2-game match. Commentary comes from Thomas Lee Anderson and Nick Halling.
That's a bit more like it from Jens, and the smile's back.
Yeah, Jens went back to he did the ball change again, so he went back to the ball he started with and moved a little bit more left, and it works really, really great. I think it's the ball he used last year when he won the 30,000 US here.
We'll have to find out. That's a ball he'll keep forever, I'm sure. So the strike from Jens puts a bit of pressure on Guy, who's close and in contact, but doesn't want to slip any further adrift. He needs a strike here.
No way.
Not a hope in hell.
Same kind of shot he did previous, and this time I left even a 4 and a 10 pin.
Just when you thought that Guy was starting to mount a revival here, he's left himself a horrendous situation. But he got the late hook in the previous frame. That was another late hook, but this time I don't think he's going to get away with it.
He need definitely a spare here. See, come on.
No, doesn't get it.
And here we can see the difference too. I mean, Jens had a strike in the 9 frame that we call for the foundation, and it's really important to throw strikes in the 9 frame because you can get really many points ahead of your opponent here. Like your opponent get it open like Guy Kamiński did here. Now Jens, if he end up with a turkey in the 10 frame, he can shoot 200, and Guy Kamiński can shoot 151. It's 49 pins ahead for Jens Nickel.
Yeah, Jens can really turn on the jets here. And doesn't he know it? Really taking his time with this first ball in frame 10. A strike will give him something to work with, and he's got it.
That was a great shot again. He definitely moved like 5-6 balls more to the left compared to what he did in the middle of the game, and that was a nice ball change he did. Come back here and perfect strike in the 9th and perfect strike first in the 10th, and that shows he's a great bowler.
Well, it's the mark of a champion. It's the mark of the sort of person that can win this competition, that they do turn it on when they need to. Jens did it last year. He had old Dominic Barrett sticking pretty close to him in the first game this year as well, but kept his game together to see off the young pup. And despite all his problems here, it looks like he's starting to open up some daylight between himself and Guy Kamiński. Another strike here really would be just what he ordered, and he's in there like swimwear.
Was not so good as the previous one, but you can see the 10 pin was staying, and it was just fighting a little bit late, but it's a strike, and strike counts.
And it means he gets another bonus and a chance to finish with an even 200, and as you say, that gives him a lead of 49 if Guy strikes out.
If Guy strikes out, yeah.
More if Guy has a problem.
That's true. I mean, we only have 1 strike for Guy in the first 9 frames, and only 3 9 counts, so he didn't look so comfortable here. And wow, there can be a big advantage here for Jens Nickel.
Yeah, he's turning it on here, the big man from Bremen. He's certainly going to take some momentum into the second leg, that's for sure. Yeah, look at that. A 4-bagger to finish and an even 200. It was a patchy old start from the defending champion. We had an open frame in there, we had a bunch of spares, but he turned it on in frames 9 and 10 and dragged that score to respectability. 200.
200 can be really good, yeah, it looks like. And like I said, he can feel